have the tube sewn and ready to go. And I'm going to use the OmniGrid to cut 2.5 inches strips all the way down, you'll see. And then I will rearrange the tube and cut the other side. So here it goes. So I've gone all the way around the quilt, and I'm left here with barely enough. Look how close that was. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to join the two ends, and this can be tricky, but it's also fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the ends like so until they barely touch, like that. Now you can put it down a little bit like that. And then I'm going to take this one and cut it right there. Okay, and then from that crease, from this crease, I want to measure out 2.5 inches and then cut this side. Okay, so 2.5 inches past where I put that pin. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to open up this longer one and the shorter one. This, and then see if I can explain how I'm going to do this. So you open them up, and then you twist them in opposite directions. So it's still right side together. I'm going to put this corner, match it up with this corner, like that. And then I'm just going to pin at this corner and at this corner. And what I'm going to do is sew on the diagonal here. So I thought I'd try to get a close-up of how I am tacking down the binding. So I'm taking a small stitch from right above the stitching line. You can see right there where I stitched the binding. This is the front of the quilt, this is the back of the quilt. So I'm taking a small stitch right above the stitching line, and then I am tunneling through the binding. Like that. Pull it through. I like to pull it nice and snug a little snugger than you might think. And then repeat about 3,000 times. I like to keep about 3 or 4 pins ahead of me, pinned like this. This binding is on the bias because of the way I made it. I like the binding to be on the bias. I think it just works better. So, but as you can see how it's kind of gaping here, and that's because it's on the bias. It likes to stretch out a little bit more. And so I think because of that, I like to use pins ahead of me a little bit so that I don't get off, you know, because it'd be very easy to go stitching along and then, you know, be disproportionate with how I stitch it. And so having the pins about every 1.5 inches or so helps me really to be accurate with how I'm sewing it.